Hey guys, welcome to Evil PC Gaming. As you can see here, you're seeing GTA 5. That's not LSPDFR. This is actually FiveReborn. If you don't know what that is, somebody finally got GTA 5 unlocked to support multiplayer with scripts and mods, such as the police car you see here. Pro Canadian Pilot's doing all of our scripting. We do have a server up and running, though it is at a minimum. But we do have a lot of cool features planned, and they are coming out quick. Kind of like, you know, you can see the direction of travel, the road name you're on, and the speed in the upper right-hand corner. So it is coming along. Like I said, FiveReborn is pretty new, so there's not too many scripts out there. Just grab. Everyone's got to kind of write them from scratch. So I'm going to go into some details here. So anyway, I wanted to make this video to, extend an invitation to come join us. We do host our own server. It runs pretty damn well for, being so new and freshly released into a very early stage. So as I'm talking here and filling in some details, I was online last night and did some recording. Pro and I, we wanted to capture some footage just to show off some stuff. So a couple things that we have so far, and Pro Canadian Pilot's doing all of the scripting for the server, of which he has frantically been doing almost every day, all day, aside from actual work that makes him money. But anyway, so far we have street names and direction of travel. When you come up on intersections, as you see up in the upper left above all the chat that's happening, it also has the intersection names. Right now there's no map overlay showing all the names and so on, as you might have had back in SAMP days or GTA 4 online. I'm sure that will come eventually. Right now for the police officer side, we have the ability to mute the siren when you're in the vehicle, so it gives you your code 2 presence. You can also run the plates. When a player has their own vehicle, it produces a license plate that's registered to the player. So as you might have saw when we were in that interior view of the car, I ran his plate real quick just to see if it belonged to him, and then you can come on up. Now the reason all the typing is happening, just like back in the old SAMP days, if you guys are familiar with that, I don't think SAMP had in-game voice communications. FiveReborn has the in-voice game communication, but it is global, so it's broadcasted to all players that would be on the server. So to not break the immersion, we're going to stick with the old rules of SAMP where you had to type everything. So as you type, he wrote a script where it defaults over into a local chat. And then we have a global chat, like a /G. We also have the actions, like the /do, if you're doing an action. And then you have a /me, so you could type stuff about yourself. You would talk in a third person. And right there, I was having a problem getting in my car. We have a vehicle lock script. As you saw, I didn't unlock it in time, and that's GTA for you, breaking open the window. Anyway, like the /me script would be, say he pulls me over, I would put /me, reaches in the glove box for his ID, something like that. And it will come up on the screen and say, J. Kelly reaches in the glove box for his ID. We have that, and old SAMP had that, for the main reason of when you hit the button to bring up a weapon, if you're familiar with GTA at all, it's instantly. You can't hide a shotgun in your back pants pocket. So with the do actions, or the me actions, you can give the person maybe you're getting ready to shoot in the face, whether it be another civ or a cop or whatever, you give them just that second or two to read that, of which in their brain is the action of what you're doing. So we'll have an example later on when I'm playing Civ side. Now, since we're in a little bit of a chase here, I didn't have any kind of backup unit. But what's great about the chase, we did some brainstorming, Pro and I, and we came up with the idea of the chases are too long. They get too crazy. And some of the times when you run people into a wall, you pit them, they spin out, they smack a telephone pole, they smack the Jersey wall. Their vehicle in reality should not be driving off at all. So he was able to come up with a script that would disable the engine in the vehicle if it took an X amount of hit points in one solid shot. So if you can get a good solid pit in on the person and say they hit the telephone pole, their engine's done. It's the same thing for the police too. If I go ramming into him and turn this into a wreck fest, I stand a very large chance of screwing up the engine in my car, and then I'm dead in the water. And in this instance, we have about 6 or 7 people so far that join us and play online. Last night when I was trying to get this recorded, they weren't available, so I went ahead and we just did a couple of scenarios for video purposes. But in the actual state of the server, if I was the only one playing police officer and I wasn't doing this just to catch some video, for one, I probably wouldn't have gave chase, not on such a minor infraction as such, to keep it realistic. And now I have to be careful of how I'm driving. I can't go baja-hauling off the road and jumping hills, coming down off the mountainsides in my Crown Vic, because if I slam into the ground just right, or if he brake checks me just right and I hit him hard enough, I'm dead in the water, he's going to drive off. End of story. He's a free man. Now this chase went on for a long time. He ran me all the way up into Paleto Bay. Couldn't get a good pit in on him. I was getting my car all wrecked up. I kind of had to start backing it off a little bit, and he wouldn't give up. I guess he wanted to make a grand showing for the video. Thankfully, for editing purposes, I was able to cut out about 6 or 7 minutes of it. And now, another thing that we have, he just went into a parking lot where there's only one entrance and exit. I'm able to throw down a set of spike strips, and I have him cornered in there. So another script that he wrote up for the server, he will come out and blow his tires. Now, of course, he can keep driving, but it is a nice tool for the police department to have. As you see there, now he's pretty much like driving. He's on ice. All 4 wheels went. He didn't give up though. He kept on going. So I had to keep giving chase, and of course that went on for a little while too. Now, after he got me running around all over the map, he finally lost control, smacks the wall right there, and that disabled his engine. He was done. So of course now we have a foot bail, and yes, I'm missing a door in my car. It was technical difficulty in driving. But yeah, I got him in distance. I was able to tase him, and we do have a cuffing script. No animation, though that does lock you in place. He can't move any longer. He's done, and he also has a hands up animation. You can hold the key and put your hands up. So that's it. The chase is over. Right now, we don't have anything that's going to teleport him into the jail, though that is coming. Tons of things on the whiteboard for ideas that are going to be done very shortly, hopefully, and implemented into the server. Another fantastic thing about FiveReborn, like all the custom police cars and the skins and the scripts, there's nothing to download. It's all server side. So when you connect, all of that stuff comes in and syncs with you. No download, and you just hop on, you start enjoying the game, and you're ready to go. One thing we did implement is you have to sign up for, how do I explain this? We got rid of the whitelisting option because there's no password protection to the server. So we got rid of the whitelisting option, and if you visit evilpcgaming.com, most of you guys already have an account. I've seen users on the forums. And then there is a link all the way up top. It says SOE, State of Emergency. That's the name of our server. You click that and you're able to put in your username and password right there. Registers you with the server, and then when you come into the server you can create your characters. So now here he's doing the traffic stop on me. So you kind of get the idea from my side. I'm in a stolen vehicle. He didn't really know what I was going to go with He just knew I was going to come speeding by for the purpose of the video. So I kind of keep him on the edge of his toes. And in the chat in the upper left, you'll see examples of like the /me commands, what I'm doing, and we do that for the immersion. Also, some things that are going to be coming down the line. If you guys caught videos, it's been a while, maybe February, March of this year. Pro was also working on a project for GTA 5 called Pro MDC. It was a police computer that tied into a database that ran on our server box, and you were able to actually start building a criminal database, run plates on AI, and so on. It tied into LSPDFR. He will be taking that and implementing that into our FiveReborn server. FiveReborn is in the Lua script language, and I think LSPDFR was, I forget what that was. I don't know if that was in a Java language or what, but he just can't directly use it, so he does have to do some work to that. And then we'll have a running database on our server box for the police officers to use to keep tallies on the civilians and so on. And I gotta put a strong emphasis on this. This is going to be a strong roleplay server. I don't mean to the point to where it's not going to be fun whatsoever. As soon as you do something illegal, you're going to be busted and thrown in the virtual prison for 16 hours. That's not the way it's going to work. Though there will be harsh fines and jail times depending on what you do. And that will also cut down on the kiddies hopping on. Death matching won't be tolerated. And it's for the people really looking for the strong, heavy roleplay aspect of this game that everyone's been waiting for. I was waiting for GTA 4 and it never happened because I was excited about the vehicle physics in that and the graphics. Now I was stoked when I heard FiveReborn released. Pro got to work right away on it. We did hear somebody was working on being able to have local voice chat in game for FiveReborn. When that comes, that is going to be a fantastic welcomed feature because all the typing is kind of does kind of slow down the gameplay, but it is nice to have that immersion and be able to talk back and forth. Now we will still implement TeamSpeak, like civilians will have their own channel. Each police department, because there's Blaine County, Los Santos County, and Los Santos City Police. Right now we don't have 3 separate departments because there's not enough people. Eventually, if we get enough people joining, we will be looking for people to head up different police departments, possibly. Fire and EMS. Right now, Fire and EMS only has a script for healing, and it just heals anybody within like a 3-meter vicinity of the medic. Of course, right now also there's really nothing for the fire department because some of the fires burn out too quickly. By the time the fire department got out there, they would be burned out on their own. But we'll see what comes down the line with other people writing scripts and putting it posting it up for others to download. Maybe Pro can come up with something. I don't know, but that whole option is open. You know, if you like medical, fire department stuff, by all means, we will be looking for somebody that always wants to get on and play that role. We need the roles filled. When it comes over to the civilian side, and right there, he kind of got me on the stolen car because when he ran the plate, it says no record on file, so I decided to run from him. But anyway, on the civilian side right now, there's a delivery job. You go up, you say you want to do a delivery job, gives you a truck. You have to ride around. There's different points throughout the city that you have to go deliver to, some short, some long. The longer the drive, the more you get paid. There's a tow truck job, which right now, it doesn't pay you exactly. You have to rent the tow truck. It's a small fee. You rent the tow truck. When the police call you to tow, or if a civilian calls you to tow, they have to pay you. There's give money commands that he wrote in for the server. And the police have a simple command, just /pay tow. It's a set fee of $150. Every time we call you for a tow, you show up, hook the car up, we pay you, you make money, and you can go on your way. There's also a welfare system. It only gives you about $50 every, I want to say 10 minutes or so. I don't pay too much attention to it. The police officer job, and I believe the medic job, the medic job also, pays you $400 for your salary every 10 minutes or so. So we're trying to also price everything down as far as like criminal fines, tickets, cost of weapons, eventually the cost of purchasable cars. He's working on that still, where it has to build database with the license plates and da-da-da. The cars will be reasonably priced according to, hopefully, real-life specifications. The reason we do that is we don't want people hopping on the server just to run around and start a whole bunch of crap, live off their $50 welfare check, and be able to go buy a car for $200 in about 20 minutes. We want you to come onto the server and be able to, do things maybe you can't do in real life. Maybe because you don't want to go to jail. Maybe you're not capable of doing certain things in real life that you could do in the video game. Like be a police officer, be a huge drug lord, I don't know, whatever you want to do. But again, strong roleplay presence will have to be on the server. So yes, if you are mature enough, you are welcome to join us. We will be looking to fill in some spots for these roles. We're going to need police officers, medics. Eventually, the job system will be reworked. To where if you do have a job, you'll get a paycheck, but you won't get the welfare on top. Like right now, when I rent a tow truck, I get paid per tow, but I'm also receiving my $50 welfare check. And towing is actually pretty fun. You use the tow truck of a game, pull up, lower the boom, back up, hooks up the car, and there's a little impound yard you can take it to and drop it off. There's a lot of work to be done in the scripting, tons of ideas, tons of programming work, and only having Pro able to do the scripting, it's going to be a slow move. And he almost crushed me there. That was pretty damn funny when he did that. So anyway, I'm running here. I have no idea where to go, and I just decided to give up. I used the hands up animation, let him know I'm done. And he cuffs me, and it's over. And that's one of the rare instances where the global in-game voice can be used. So just show off a couple more things. I know this video is getting long. We're passing by the 18-minute mark. This is just a typical traffic stop. I ran a stop sign. He saw me do it. No arguing, no running, no nothing. Just what you could expect in a typical traffic stop. And I love having the code 2. Being able to go to code 3 and code 2 and be able to do your little whelp and still keep the lights on. So from the police aspect, once they do their little thing there to get their information, on the civilian side, they can run the plate right now. On the civilian side, once they ask you for your ID, /show ID, it says the user, whatever name, shows you an ID of such and such name, and that's your character's name that you're playing, because you can have multiple characters. Like me, for example, I have a character for the police, I have a character for EMS, and I have a character just for my civilian. Now, the great thing is, when you log in and you're the character of the police, you can go on and off duty. When you go off duty, you go back into civilian clothes, you go around, do what you want. Maybe you do a side job, go deliver, items out on the delivery job, if you choose to. Once I do the show ID, he gets that information. Eventually, we'll have the ability to run your name through the Pro MDC database, which hence will bring in the need, hopefully, for a dispatcher or somebody to play a dispatcher along with playing the civilian role. And once he wants to ticket me, he can put in the command of /payticket, the user ID, and then the ticket amount. Now, over on the civilian side, all you have to do is type slash pay ticket, so the police don't have to worry about, he tickets me $100 and I pay ticket of $75 and play that game. Now, on the flip side, I can refuse to pay. Type refuse to pay, a little message pops up and says, hey, such and such chose not to pay the ticket. And of course, then the laws, the server laws, and so on come into play for the police side, what they can and can't do to you. The only downside of this is you just can't open the door like you can an AI and drag a guy out, throw him on the ground, and cuff him. Especially with the lock script. Lock script can't even get in the car. So I don't know if that will be tweaked around a little bit, and I don't know what the plans are for that. But anyway, I've done enough talking. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to let it run a little while. Like I said, this is just typical traffic stop. I forget what else I have in line. I think just role-playing. Oh yes, I have some footage of doing the tow truck also. So if you guys have any questions about it, please let me know in the comments down below. Again, if you are interested, getting on the server is simple. Go to evilpcgaming.com. Sign up for a website account, a forum account, of which a lot of people already have. Click SOE up top in the navigation bar and follow the instructions on the page, and it has all the listings of the commands in the game, and you just go from there. Server rules, laws, fines, all that stuff's all outlined into the forums. I'll have some links down below in the video descriptions for you guys to click on and get there, and I hope to see you guys on the server. Thanks for stopping by and watching, guys. Until next time. Alright guys, that's my time, and remember, if you did like the video, click the like button and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing for more videos to come. And if you have time for another video, check out the one right here. As always guys, thanks for watching, and until next time.